Hello there, Cougar Academy, Algebra 1, and welcome to Lesson 1.3. Today we are writing expressions. Today we are combining verbal phrases into algebra, everyone's favorite, words and math. And that's exactly what a verbal model is. It's just the combination of mathematics, combination of words, and we'll go over some key words and mathematic expressions. Okay, some other things to consider is that we have the rate. And a rate is simply a ratio of two things. We commonly think about rates such as like being paid. So we have the hourly rate. Maybe you make $5 per hour. Okay, so something like that's a rate. Maybe it's snowing 4 inches for every 30 minutes. Okay, those are rates, and they're typically used with division like that. The unit rate is how much one of something is. Okay, for example, $5 per 1 hour. That would be the example of a unit rate per 1 hour. So per 1 is kind of the idea of a unit rate. Okay, translating verbal phrases. Pretty easy, such as addition. You're going to see words like sum. So the sum of 3 and a number, when we see this a number n just means replace that with the variable. So a number means variable. Sum tells us we're going to use addition, okay? And then the other number we have in there, the other bit of information, is 3. So the sum of 3 and a number means that we take 3 and then we use sum, which is addition, and a number n. A number x plus 10 is another way to think of it, and that just would be represented as x plus 10. I'll try and keep this font the same. So a number means a variable. Plus is our operation. 10 is the other number. Subtraction, this is pretty much used with difference. So the difference of 7 and a number. So difference is our operation. 7 and a number. 7 and a number. A would just be that there. And another way, so 12 less than a number x, 12 less, not is less, just 12 less, means that we take our number x and we are taking 12 from it, minus 12. Notice how it's a little bit backwards. 12 less than a number means we're starting at that number and then taking away from it. So it can be a little tricky with how you order things. Multiplication, 5 times a number y is one way to look at it. That's just 5 times y. Okay, times is our operation. And our variable's blue. Another word is product. The product. Okay, product is multiplication of 2 and a number n. So multiplication, a number n and 2 is what that would look like. Okay, so multiplication is times and product. Division, we can think the quotient of a number a and 6. Quotient means division, and it's a funky word, but basically you can think of division bar, a number a and 6. So that is one way to think of it. I'll show you another way here another way here shortly. It could also be a divided by 6. 8 divides into a number. Y is also another way. So 8 divides into a number would be 8 divided by y. Okay, so just know those different terms as far as what means what, and make sure you are careful with writing order of subtraction and division problems. Okay, so let's translate some other things here. For example, the words tell you the quantity, and they tell you what to group. Okay, so quantity is when we start using parentheses. Okay, so 6 less than the quantity 8 times a number means that we are going to worry about the 8 times a number and then subtract 6. So quantity stuff like order of operations. 2 times the sum of 5 and a number. 2 times the sum of 5 and a number. So first, we are going to have to find the sum and then multiply by 2. The difference of 17 and the cube of a number n. So n is going to be cubed, okay, and then subtract 17. So little tricky stuff with those. If you're on the right track, it's okay. Just make sure you are careful with how you put those together. Go ahead and pause. If you want to try out the checkpoint, that's fine. And I will go through it here quickly. Okay, so there's that there. Another word for subtraction is minus for number 2. Quotient of 10 and the quantity of number x minus 3. You do want to have parentheses around quantity stuff. Product of 5 and quantity 12 plus a number. Once again, quantity means parentheses, and we are going to do 12 plus a number and then multiply by 5. Okay, the next bit we are getting into is writing out a verbal model for word problems. So you and 3 friends are collecting canned food for a food drive. You each collect the same number of cans. Write an expression for the total number of cans collected. So when we talk about a verbal model, that is simply all words. So we're thinking we need to take the amount of cans times the number of people. So we're kind of thinking it out. Translate that into algebraic expressions. So we have the amount of cans, which is some unknown number. So we can just use C for cans. The number of people, you and 3 friends. That makes 4 of you. So that is something sometimes you forget about yourself. You and 3 friends are 4 people. So the number of cans collected are just 4 times C, or C times 4. Try out the checkpoint here. Once again, pause. If you need to, try it out and check. So in this one, we have all of our cans from before, which was 4 times C. And what we have to think about is we are dividing it into 2 food banks. So we have bank 1 and we have food bank 2. So what we're doing is we are taking the total cans, dividing by the number of food banks, and total cans from the previous question is 4C divided by 2. So that is how many each of the food banks would receive. Unit rates are our last little thing here. 3 gallons of milk costs $9.15. Find the unit rate. So basically, we are going to be taking, and this is a big example when you're grocery shopping. If we take the total price of our milk, $9.15, and we divide by how many gallons. So unit rate and unit price is always going to be cost over quantity. Okay? Basically, when we are doing that then, and you can actually just type this right into your calculator. I know this is going to be all confusing here, but just use your calculator. So we're going to take 9.15 and divide that by 3. And what we get is 3.05, and it's always going to be per 1. So anytime you're finding the unit rate, it's over 1. And just use your calculator. So the unit rate is $3.05 or per 1 gallon, or simply 3.05. Okay, so nice job looking through those. Go ahead, find the unit rate for these, and a little checkpoint here, and simply just use your calculator, practice those, and then your homework are the odd problems as usual. So 420 divided by 3 is 140 miles per 1 hour. Critical failure. It's okay. Number 5 is 12 divided by 4, which is 3, and it's cost dollars per square foot. And 20 cups for 8 people is 2.5 cups per person. Okay, so hopefully you did okay with that. Your homework are the 1.3, the odds. Check those out, check your answers, and take the real checkpoint.